In this town, there's no off-season. The news never stops, and neither do we. It's always game day in Cleveland with Andy Baskin and Daryl Ryder.
Welcome to the Friday Brownie Bites edition of It's Always Game Day in Cleveland. I'm Daryl Ryder.
I'm doing everything out there not to lose. This is a must-win game for us. Treat every snap as such, and treat every practice this week as such as well. So it's a must-win.
That's Browns safety Grant Delpit with a matter-of-fact state of affairs as far as what's at stake this weekend for the Browns as they travel to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Both teams come in at 1-2. But some big news coming out of the desert Friday. The Raiders are going to be without their top receiver as well as their top pass rusher on Sunday. Receiver Davante Adams ruled out along with Max Crosby by Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce. Could be a game changer from the football gods for the Browns, who are going to be without Jack Conklin once again. Fourth straight week he misses. Jedrick Wills, after returning last week, he is out once again. And then, of course, tight end David Njoku is going to miss his third game in a row with that high ankle sprain. Other than that, as far as the injury news goes from the Raiders, plenty of problems for the Browns to deal with as they enter Week 4, starting with the offense, and it's basically centered around the offense. It's not been good. The Browns ranked 25th in scoring, 31st in yardage, 24th running the ball, and 30th passing the ball. So other than that, everything is great.
Obviously, getting on track on offense is a very big goal of ours. Going into any game, you mentioned the run game. I think it's important for us to be efficient as an offense and be explosive when available to us. But it's certainly a emphasis for us, yes. In order to play good football, good offensive football, we need to protect the quarterback better than we have, and that starts with me, and I'll make sure that we get that fixed. I think for us as an offense, we need to put it all together. I wouldn't single any one player out. We haven't been good enough just yet, but we're working very hard. I believe in the people we have. I believe in what we're doing. It's just a matter of working real hard this week and then, taking that practice field to the game field on Sunday. I think playing good offensive football really takes all 11 doing their job, us as coaches putting those guys in position. I wouldn't say it's one thing. It's just protection. We have to be better, and better is efficient in everything we're doing and then finding explosives as well. Yeah, we need to play better offensively. I understand the quarterback gets a lot of criticism, gets a lot of blame, gets the glory, those type of things, and Deshaun knows that. He's been doing this his whole life, but we need to play better offensively is what I would tell you. I think if you watch, there's a lot of players who have God-given ability to make plays outside the framework of the play, that you don't want to totally take that away from them. Then there's always the balance of making sure that you're not taking hits when you can avoid them, those type of things. So that's always a conversation.
Big reason for the offensive problems is quarterback Deshaun Watson is under siege along with the patchwork offensive line. Watson's been hit 42 times, sacked 16, finding a way to get the heat off the quarterback behind that makeshift line is somewhat important, not just for this week, but the subsequent weeks to follow.
I mean, it starts with assignment and alignment. Like, truthfully, like, if you get on the guys, the right guys, like, don't have free rushers, like, that's a big thing, You stay in front of a guy, and then when it comes to blocking, it's back to fundamentals. Like, like if you watch the sacks and the hits, it's like, it's either like an assignment problem or someone's getting beat. And the times that, you're going to beat, you have to stick to your fundamentals, strain a little bit more, try and do everything possible to stop those things. But we're working it. We're back in the fundamentals. We're back in the focus, making sure everybody's on the same page. And just we know that we can't let Deshaun get hit that many times. Like, it's not sustainable. It's not great for our offense, our defense, for our team. And it is a group thing. Like, it's not just, one position. But the lineman, that's your job, is to protect the quarterback. So we have to be better, and we know that. I think protection-wise, like, there's only so many protections you can run. So I think every team in the NFL runs like jet, scat, scram, base protections. So those are all the same. There's different like run action protections and play protections that you can run. So some of those are different, but like the main like third down protections are all pretty similar. But there's different ways to scheme things. You can slide things differently and stuff. We've been in a lot of man protection, 5-man protection, 6-man protections, where there's other ways you can get to 7-man or full slide protections too. But no, a lot of them are very similar. I think it's truly like execution, getting on the same page and making sure, guys are straining and fighting for every chance they get and just giving Deshaun enough time to make something happen.
It's multifaceted in that you obviously can get the ball out quick, whether it's a quick or a quick screen. You can max protect and take shots. When defenses blitz, those are opportunities. There's less people in coverage. So obviously for us as an offense, the mentality has to be to play efficient versus pressures, and also when big plays present themselves to make those big plays.
Now let's turn our attention to the defense, where there aren't many concerns, but there's one big one, and that is the health of defensive end Myles Garrett. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year is dealing with a pair of sore feet, and that is affecting his Achilles and thigh, as both of those injuries showed up on the injury report this week. They rested him on Wednesday. He practiced Thursday and Friday. Garrett hell-bent on going out there every Sunday.
I don't like myself? No, but feel good enough. I can't go into that. Obviously, there's multiple things, so just, dealing with as they come, and no excuses. Just go out there and ball. I'm not concerned about causing any further damage. Just go out there and play. I feel like I have the right people around me, the right training staff here to make sure that everything is pretty stable for the rest of the season, so I'm not too worried. Maybe, but that's what we have a bye week for. So until then, you're not going to get enough for 95. It's always our responsibility to be dominant. We have the players to do so, and that's, like I said, that's all about our expectations of ourselves. We come out there expecting to win the game on defense every time we step on the field. So whether they play great and we put up 40 or we put up 10, that's what it is. We just got to expect to, make sure they put up less.
Obviously, you would be smart if there's ever a decision to be made with every player. I feel like Myles is determined to continue to play. He's working through injuries like a lot of guys, and he's played through injury in his past. But of course, you'd always make smart decisions with your players.
Last season, the Browns won a shootout with Raiders quarterback Gardner Minshew, who completed 15 passes and threw for over 300 yards, but lost the football game. That's because the Browns escaped Indianapolis with a 39-38 victory. This time around, Cleveland's defense doesn't plan on being all that much surprised by with what Minshew brings to the table.
He's a good quarterback. He's going to get his playmakers the ball, going to spread the field, go spread the ball around, and we just got to be there to execute.
Oh, well, he gets the ball out fast. I think they have the fastest, release time or something like that coming from him, and that's always good, especially when you have, the options like he does. He has a lot of guys around him, good tight ends, good wide receivers, fast wide receivers, and solid back. So, this is going to be tough, and I'm, willing to stand up for the team and say that, we looking forward to the challenge. It's different. No, he's a gunslinger. When he gets hot, he can be really, really darn good. And like you saw last year, he can make it into a shootout quick. So just trying to, keep him under wraps, knowing that he's going to scramble to throw. He doesn't like to really scramble to, to get yards, or not going to worry about him being a runner, but just staying on our feet and making those plays before he can really get going.
So that'll do it. Thanks for watching us on YouTube and downloading and subscribing wherever you get the podcasts, including the free Odyssey app. For my partner, Andy Baskin, I'm Daryl Ryder, reminding you it's always game day in Cleveland.